can start. Let's see the
No
lag.
can of worms here.
I will throw the cans of worms at you in just a second. Let me check the stream. Check the stream here, and let me just do a quick hello to the folks, to these 500 people watching this. Sorry, it's more like 3 people watching it, and 2 of them is me monitoring my own stream. But you gotta start somewhere, my mother always said. God damn it. Okay. Well, hello there, and welcome to another Atlas Hopping. We're a little bit early. We're about 10 minutes early, but
That's good.
there's a big crowd already here at 114 Harvest. I think this is the crowd always gets bigger as we go along, but this seems to be the biggest crowd we started with, which is very cool. And the crowd looks very diverse, and they kind of look also a little bit on the crazy side. I think the days of sort of this Republican outfit that Ryan favors is over. We are entering the second phase of Sansar. We're going to start looking like VR chat, and people are also starting to swear. So I think we're gonna go full VR chat in like a week. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But today's show. Oh my God, here's the lag. Oh, come on. So who do we have here today? Let me see here. We have Snow. Hello, Snow.
Hi, Drax.
And Snow is wearing a Torley shirt, and I wonder if Torley is wearing a Snow shirt.
I really hope so. I would probably make my whole life.
I really think he should. And here on the car is Medhu, and Medhu really looks super weird. Are you going full VR chat? Is that some sort of ripoff of some weird X-Men character that we don't know about?
I was testing and I went too far. I broke it all. But you know, the good thing is I have gloves on.
The groin area is also borderline. I'm just saying. And here is a can of worms that was made by Debbie Baskerville, who is with us here. Debbie, this is absolutely amazing, and I want to throw this can of worms at Medhu. Oopsie daisy, where did it go? Crap.
You're not getting that can of worms back.
I almost got him.
Well, it's your own car. Your voice is gone, Drax. No voice. Nobody's hearing Drax?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, okay. Then it's Drax's problem. That's what you get with a can of worms.
I cut his mic.
Maybe he did throw the mic instead of the worms.
Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
There you are back.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier when I was off the air. Sorry, because we had some kids over and they stepped on my $350 gaming headset. You know, it's really unbelievable what the kids these days. And so now the microphone has to be a very specific angle, and I pushed down the Oculus headset, and then it pushed down the mic. So Medhu got stuck. I just want to introduce the others. I think we have to make do with Medhu. Here's Safia. Debbie, thank you for the can of worms. It's awesome.
You're welcome.
What is this?
Best I could do on such short notice.
It's awesome, but what you started like this discussion with the can of worms in the Discord channel. What was that about?
I was just talking about there was an interesting thread in the SL forums on what is considered adult content, and specifically to profiles. And in that forum, there was a post directly to the Linden Lab, I guess it's the TOS, in reference to what constitutes adult content rather. And nudity without sexual activity is not considered adult. And I felt like it related to the fact that we have these rather in-the-way underwear on our avatars now that makes it really difficult as a fashion designer.
Let's look at Metu. Wait, the camera's grabbing a shot of Metu here while you're talking about underwear. Here we go.
So I'm just saying that, well, that's not, what he has on is not the Sansar underwear. That is his making a skin to go over, his experimenting on rigging and for clothing.
I'm not
but
so
anyway,
sure.
That
might be a weird fetish. You might get banned.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm not going there. But anyway, I'm having real difficulty with the back strap on the bra that they've imposed on the skin, and it's just, I think it's overboard. I don't think we need to be, it's like we said, if Barbies can have no bits and they're fine for, 4 and 5-year-old children, why can't we have like a Barbie type so that we can actually design our clothes and not have to work around this bra that's a pain in the butt?
I never did like the stick-on underwear. It will never fit with clothing.
Well, I'm European. Don't get me started. We run around naked here. We go naked to the store. Snow, what do you say to this? You want to get an official statement? Where's my microphone? Let's stick it in your face.
God, I don't know. I just try and cover the avatar as much as possible, so I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum.
He wants to cover his body with twirly shirts. Okay, for me, the can of worms, and I want to give the floor is open, and I'm actually going to go into desktop to see what people use in text chat. VR chat is all in the news, and a lot of people, friends of mine.
It is.
Yeah, I mean in the news is I should rephrase that, like in the niche sort of sphere that we occupy, everybody's talking about VR chat and wow, it's exploding. And any thoughts about that? Do you think like that's, oh my God, they're number one and we're just I don't know, we're the ghetto. Yes, no?
I was saying this line, just kidding.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Anybody want to comment on this? No?
I haven't seen any of this, any of the media for it. It's holiday season, so I haven't actually been able to pay attention to much. But I think a lot of these things kind of attributes to what we're lacking here. The interactivity and other things that we don't have yet. That we're hoping will be here in the future. If they've already got it, then they've got one up on us.
Mm-hmm. But is that a long term? You think they will get that lead long term, or does it also have with how this is sort of playing out? Like, well, in the media.
Long term, yeah. I mean, if something isn't done quickly here, you can take things like Second Life and the rest of the Open Grid sims. A lot of them never really got off the ground. There are a few people here and there that still cling to them, but nobody really plays them because everybody and all everybody's friends is over in Second Life. Why would they go anywhere else?
Yep.
Their businesses are over there. Why would they go anywhere else?
Exactly. That's why with Joe on the podcast, we talk about this all the time. She's like, why would I go there? My friends are in Second Life. That's a good point. So Linden Lab has to kind of put pedal to the metal. But so everybody gets like, what should they do? I asked this last time, Metu also. What is the defining thing? I mean, for me, it would be full avatar customization. By the way, I have a shirt, as you can see. I mean, it's starting. This shirt was made by Solus. Thank you, Solus. It's awesome. It's the start of the Drexwear line of merchandise. But yeah, VRChat has this full avatar customization. I think that's maybe even more important than some interactivity gimmicks. What do you guys think?
Does VRChat have PayPal?
PayPal? That's a good question. I don't even know what kind of payment system there is.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at YouTube. I just did a quick search.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like a VR chat video every half hour.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all just like trolling stuff.
That's what Snow was. Snow was gonna say. Snow, what were you gonna say? That's kind of what you said a little bit before we went on.
Sorry, I'm having bandwidth issues. I can't really hear everyone.
Okay. Snow was saying...
Hi guys, Happy New Year.
Hi, Strawberry. Wow, you have a cool
Barry.
shirt on. Who made this shirt?
Solus made this shirt for me.
Whoa.
Thank you, Solus.
Check it out.
I have a link to Solus's Sansar store in my description in my live stream right now if you want to check out more of her items. But I do want to thank her a lot. She made both of our shirts, right, Drax? Let me zoom into yours as well.
That's nice, but I cannot get Sensor dollars in Sensor.
Okay, we have
And
three issues
it's
that we're
not
talking about,
important.
and these are important issues. I think before we go hopping, we need to address them. So Snow was, Metu was just saying that we were talking about VRChat, and VRChat is getting a lot of play. Metu was just Googling, and there is a lot of streamers that put VRChat out there. And it is, in fact, also my perception that a lot of the stuff is kind of crazy trolling and just sort of kind of a free-for-all, which I don't want to judge it. But frankly, at my advanced age of 46, oops, my telephone is ringing. Oh God, it's my mother on the phone. That's actually my dad. True story. My dad is like, "Are you in the video? Are you in the video game again? Get out of it right now." So, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry,
I think your
Yep, we can
mother
hear
is
you.
calling to clean the basement.
Yes, my mother is cleaning the basement. That's why we can't go down there. So let me wrap this up quickly. Medho, you were saying the trolling, and that's kind of my perception as well. But I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Anybody else wants to shed their opinions or share their opinions on VRChat and the publicity that they're getting through this streams? I mean, Strawberry, you have a lot more viewers than I have, but we both dwarf when it comes to VRChat. How can we compete with them?
I don't know what VRChat is. Sorry, can you update me? What's going on?
See
What is
VRChat. Did you just hear this? Here is a bona fide Second Life celebrity, and she doesn't even know what VRChat is. There you go. Okay, case closed.
Well, that just makes me look bad. Is something I should know?
No.
No, it's not interesting to
It
know.
is not
I don't
interesting.
follow it.
I think a lot of us, especially those of us that have been playing in Second Life for so long, we haven't really paid attention to a lot of these things until Sansar came along. We start hearing about them. But the real problem for bringing
You
people
guys are
here
really insular.
is just the numbers.
Yeah.
You know, if they've got the numbers, that means they've got, they're going to be our competition. They're going to be what's going to keep people from coming here.
That's correct.
Whether it's
exactly,
good
because
or bad.
That's what I said to Ebbet last time we spoke. I think there is a finite number. I mean, this is my anecdote, my sort of homegrown analysis, and I think Linden Lab needs to work very hard now to get some Second Life folks over. And Ebbet has said that many times, that retention is really key. And yeah, I think playing games. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't hear anything.
Me neither.
Neither do I.
Okay, then I will keep talking. You guys don't
Don't
want it
get
any
me
other way.
started about how to keep retention.
You know, I've watched because I hear all this hype about VRChat, so I went over and I searched in YouTube, and I found a couple videos and I watched it. And after watching the videos, I've absolutely no desire to even load up the program. It's just, I think it depends on
Why? Because
the
they're all
maturity
14-year-old,
level.
13-year-old
The maturity, I'm old. I taught school. I don't want to go back to I don't want to go back to the classroom, and that's what it felt like to me.
And that's really going to define us a lot, I think. But it's like a lot of people that I know from Second Life, because I'm actually working on a new project over there as well, that I talk to a lot. You should check it out. It's gorgeous.
Well, the great thing about VR chat is you can find people. They've got counters on every scene telling you how many people there are in there. I'm not plugging them or anything like that because I love Sansar, but they really have a lot of features that we need. I'm sorry. No, this is Ambard.
Oh, Ambard. Oh, hi. We're going to look at your place today, too.
Cool. Nice.
You're bringing up a good point. Now, is this the discovery thing is an important thing, but is it really so important to have those numbers, or maybe could it be enough to have more events and then just those events listed?
No, when people come into these programs, they want to see where the people are at, and that's what I'm hearing all over the web.
I think that's not the problem. If people cannot build in Sansar, they don't come.
Well, also, I've asked a lot of people from Second Life. Mm-hmm. I've asked a lot of people from Second Life that I know to come over and check this out. Mm-hmm. They read about it, and some of them are builders, and they look at what there is to offer here, and they're like, why? Mm-hmm. I can't make animations. The furniture doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. All it is look good, and they're not interested.
Mm-hmm. Well, we all know that's coming. They just in here, and they want instant gratification. We know that's coming.
Yeah, but is it going to come soon enough is the real problem.
But
yeah,
look,
that's true.
But if you're cool and if you're relaxed, then you can play a long game. And I applaud Linden Lab to play this long, at least from my outside perspective. They're actually pretty cool. I know that there's a lot of pressure, but they're somewhat cool about putting stone on top of stone on top of stone. By the way, Vasaya-san in YouTube says novelty fades off with time. That is true, but with technology platforms and with worlds, once you get that critical mass, it is difficult to port that finite audience over to a different world. Yeah.
Well, I think there's the other question is, could there be a market in VR chat?
Exactly. That was the thing with High Fidelity for years. I know a lot of people who were courted by High Fidelity said, no, thank you. I cannot monetize my stuff. And I think that's smart. What Linden Lab did here kind of prioritized that, no?
Just take Joe Jarvie. She cannot build here.
The building part...
She feels no need to do anything here. Well, she cannot do anything.
The building part is really huge. And let me say one last thing, and then I'll shut up, and then we'll go to the first experience, because Debbie has built something with existing stuff, and I think it's a great example to get started. The last thing that I was going to say, for 2018, I have a whole bunch of cool projects. If people are interested in collaborating, they can IM me. But one thing that I'm not working on, which I think somebody should, is to build actually a kind of a modular building set of Prim-like objects that are like a whole bunch of, like a Lego kit where you can build stuff. I mean,
somebody's already doing that.
Exactly.
Somebody's already doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do I hear Ryan's voice?
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Where are you, Ryan?
I'm right here.
Oh, you don't look like a Republican. I got really confused.
There already is somebody that has putting house pieces up on the Sansar store that you can assemble like Lego to build something.
Yeah, this is Ambar. That's me. I got a lot of modular pieces up. You can build whole houses, mansions, and everything just using the pieces.
That's Ambar. That's awesome.
It's all free.
Lots of people cannot buy Sansar dollars.
Yeah, that's Ricardo's big thing, and that's a really legitimate concern. But I think Ebbe also said, I mean, it's just, I guess it's complicated to get PayPal on board. I cannot evaluate that. It really sucks for you, Ricardo. I'm not diminishing this issue, but what Amber is making, this is really awesome. I would also suggest Amber or whoever else, your stuff is very cool. We're going to look at it today at the field trip. But maybe somebody also wants to build a different aesthetic. Like there could be like a whole variety of different aesthetics, right? There could be a cartoonish aesthetic. I don't know, a Tim Burton
I just
style.
added cartoon pieces.
Oh shit, Ambert is on it. He is on his way to dominance of the modular. God damn.
You're too slow, Drex.
I am slow today because I'm obsessed with Kent Bai from the Voices of VR podcast, my friend and me, who is saying, Drex, what do you think about VR chat? That got me so wild up that I had to calm myself down. All right, let's...
It's good to have bell parts.
Okay, so who else? Radioactive, hello. Awesome for you to come. I think we should go to the first experience. Or Ryan, do you want to kind of briefly summarize news? Is there anything really breaking? Or this last week something significant happened? We all know about
Okay. Well, but the only thing significant that really happened is that I really ticked off the people at SL Universe with my latest blog post.
Oh, that's awesome. Please elaborate. I love when people get ticked off at SL Universe. Good job, Ryan.
Basically, I basically said that they were a bunch of complainers.
Links, Ryan. Yeah, links. Links or it didn't happen.
Yeah. No, basically I wrote an editorial blog post about all the competing demands that are being faced by Ebbe Altberg, the CEO of Linden Lab, where I basically said, I quoted something he posted to the Discord channel about having to set priorities, and he knows that people want a Mac client, he knows that people want a Windows mixed reality headset client, he knows that they want PayPal, but he wants to focus first on getting people to come into Sansar and trying it out and staying for long periods of time. He wants to focus on everything that builds user retention and user enchantment. He wants to build the features that make people want to come back and want to visit for longer periods of time. So I kind of talked a bit about that, and
did you
mentioned
tell
that some of the people in SL Universe and the official SL user forums are very down on Sansar.
Yeah.
And then I went into SL Universe, and people got mad at me for cross-posting to my blog there, and be mad at me for criticizing them for criticizing Linden Lab.
So I want to kill the messenger. Okay, Ryan, you made a big mistake because you didn't tell them that the user retention motor is already built into Sansar, and the motor is standing right in front of you. It's the motor is called Dragster. He wears a really cool shirt and he has these glasses, and he lives in a wonderful house with a very welcoming community, and his parents arguing in the kitchen on a 10-minute loop. And this wonderful, no, I'm kidding, but the point here is that this type of community, and you can bitch about like, oh, what are we doing? We're just standing around, like, oh, we're not doing anything. Well, we are working with the limitations, and I mean, at least I speak for myself, I have a great time in talking with you guys and getting inspired, and we do impromptu crazy stuff. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows? Strawberry, rescue me.
Hey, this is Granddad for my first.
Oh, Granddad, hello.
Okay. Hi there. Hi. Do you think that there's any intention of really expanding beyond the Second Life community? I mean, I hear all the complaints about people
Absolutely
coming or not wanting a Second Life, but there doesn't seem to be any. I'm not a Second Life guy, so when I come in here and I hear all the complaints, I think, well, I tried Second Life and I found it didn't do what I wanted to do. So
Granddad is making a good point, and I have interviewed Ebbe a couple of times, and also Philip Rosedale, and I've always asked them, provocatively, do you really think there's a bigger audience than a core virtual world fan base? Do you guys really think that this could appeal to everyone? Because I've been trying to sort of evangelize this with documentaries for over 10 years, and it's not that I'm frustrated or bitter or whatever, but I think I came to kind of peace with the fact that maybe this type of environment is really not for for everyone. It just appeals to a core group of sort of personality types, and maybe it's a waste of time to try to make this sort of appealing, like, I don't know, like some AAA game or something.
Yeah.
So Granddad is asking a great question, because I actually think Linden Lab should work harder now to get the Second Life folks in. And one way they could be doing that is to emphasize that you don't need a VR headset to get started here, for example.
Yeah, I think that's what I get from Abby too when I've talked to her, that even though they talked originally of this isn't SL2 and all that kind of stuff,
they're changing it a little bit, right?
That's where it's headed. That's where it's headed.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think in a fragmented world that we live, I mean, having a successful niche is actually pretty good. So I don't see that as a failure or anything, but I'm in the luxurious position that I don't have to pay back millions of dollars of investment money.
Yeah, really.
The problem I found is a lot of the people who are talking on Second Life that have come and looked, they don't want to stay. They said, oh, yeah, it's pretty, but there's nothing to do. So getting those people here and keeping them here is going to be a problem. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the potential, but if they don't get something going soon, I mean, this is going to be hemorrhaging money for them. It's going to start causing them problems if they're not careful.
But like, look, this is maybe my attitude. We are doing something, and people are doing something, and it's a comment on us. And now let's go to Debbie's place and show people what they can do. And Strawberry is here. Strawberry has a much larger audience than I have. And I think people on Strawberry's audience are actually really loving the fashion update. And when I hear modular building, and I'm not going to tell you guys what we're working on, because we're working on something that is broadly in the game category. I think that'll be a big thing. And lastly, Ricardos, you just said it's boring. I see this as a personal insult. You have to go to the basement and stand with your face against the wall for 5 minutes because
I throw everything around.
Ricardos, please throw a can of worms. So let's go to Debbie's place, and the can of worms that Debbie made is in...
I put the link in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and later we also need to put the link to the... So let's go to Whiteout, and whoever's watching on YouTube, you can, if you couldn't get into if you couldn't get into, let me check my voice. I'm worried about my voice. Oh, okay, it's working. Good. Wow,
that was very quick.
This is amazing.
The point should be made, Drax, that it's not even possible for the general public to come in here or Second Life. I mean, how many people have a computer to do this stuff?
Metu.
My computer is pretty old. It's not. I mean, it makes the bare minimum. But I can run Sansar and Marvelous Designer and GIMP at the same time and do my work. So, I mean, I hear that all the time, but unless you're running a really old, run-down computer, I don't know why you can't do Sansar.
90% of computers can only search the web.
I'm sorry.
You don't design the past.
My computer's 4 years old, so I don't know.
Okay, my friends, I hear you, Metu, and that's always a big battle between hardware and software and pushing it, and then the software people go like, oh, we can push it a little bit more, and then and that was an issue a long time with Second Life, arguably still is. I don't want to kill this conversation. It's an important one, but let's enjoy what Debbie made. And please, Debbie, if you could tell us, last time we did a little tour with the Istanbul people, please tell us how you made this. And because you made this with existing stuff, you basically arranged stuff that was available. Please tell me, who I can't even make a three-legged chair, even I could make something like this.
Okay, I specifically made this I wanted to show what you could do without creating and using tools that are readily available. So, first of all the ground you see...
You created an environment. still creative.
Yes. All the land you see is done with the terrain tool that's built in. And they added cool sound features with the last update. So whenever you walk and you hear the crunching of the snow, and when you run, you'll hear the crunching of the snow. And that is readily available for anyone that's creating an experience. Also, if you listen, I only have 2 sounds in here. You'll hear the jingling of a bell, and then you'll also hear the sound of like a wind blowing. And those are 2 sounds that I got free from freesound.com. And there are tools in the experience that you just drop those sound files into, so that cost me nothing. And so that's how I did sound with that. Then there are, in here, I did buy a couple of things from the store. Some are free from the store. I only purchased 2 items. Everything else is free. The pond that you see to my left, that actually came from 3D Paint.
3D Paint?
Remix. Yes, 3D Paint in the remix.
What is the remix in 3D Paint?
That has 3D models in it that you can add to the picture in 3D Paint, or you can export them as an FBX file and then directly upload it into Sandstar, and it doesn't cost you anything to do that.
That's awesome.
The trees you see around me that have the snow, not the ones with the light, those also came from 3D Paint. The deer in front of me, that came from 3D Paint.
Oh, this is nice.
The trees
in
with
this cold weather.
Yeah, my whole idea was, I live in Texas, so I never can experience snow. So I thought, I want to build something that really has a snow environment and what it would feel like to be in a blizzard. So this, me having very little experience with that kind of environment, I did this as to what my imagination it would be like. So that's what I did. So the fun thing, I really wanted to experiment with the terrain editor because I hadn't really gotten into it.
Yeah,
so I spent a couple days just playing with the terrain editor and seeing how that worked. And I really had a lot of fun developing the land before I put anything down.
Terrain editor is fun.
Great. Let's walk around a little bit, huh? And everybody for themselves. And Ryan, then you get me like last time when Theonine and I were hiding from you in the attic, and you found us nonetheless.
You get cold feet, no socks, no shoes.
Oh shit!
Daisy has the. Oh.
I'm very cold.
Debbie, you did a fantastic job.
It's not. It's terrible for alligators.
Oh, this is interesting though, but the voice is come Ricardos, let's go, let's hop over here. Oh, Theonine is cheating, he's cheating again.
You're cheating.
Because when the cheat, oh, there they come. Oh, they're running. I know to get away here. Ah! We need snow skis.
Yeah, I really wanted to do downhill skiing, but we don't have the mechanisms, or I don't know how to do it yet. Maybe there are mechanisms to do that, but I'm not aware.
Okay, I have a stupid idea that I actually wanted to do at Theonine's, but Theonine's place, we're gonna do something else. So I have a stupid idea. Okay, Strawberry has to count till 5, and then I'm gonna hide, and you have to find me. And whoever finds me gets
Are you kidding me?
Really? Yes. Yeah, let's play.
Really?
Who says really? Ryan? You tell me that you're not into childish games? Come on, let's be honest. Whoever finds me first. Okay, I might give it away by just talking, so that might suck.
That's for sure, Drax, because you never stop talking.
Whoever finds me first, whoever finds me first gets a limited edition T-shirt made by Solus with a Drax theme of your choosing. Okay? So Strawberry has to count till 5.
Starting now?
And now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They're never gonna find me. I'm gonna be quiet and then they can't find me. Oh shit, I forgot how to run in VR. Where are they? Okay, I'm gonna hide behind this tree. Oh shit, there's Ricardo's. He's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, lag. Jesus, these people are slow. Shit, there is somebody. Is that somebody there? I'm gonna play Risk. Oh, there's Ryan. He doesn't even see me. Goddamn Ryan. He's blind. Oh, I hear some snow. Oh shit! Who is this? Who is it? Amr! I think Amr found me. Okay, Amr. I give up. You found me. Amr is getting a limited edition Drax shirt. Okay. Amr was first. Amr found me first. Amr.
Where's Amr? Oh, Amr.
Amr.
I didn't want to cheat.
I just followed the sound of you talking.
But
that's why I found Drax too.
But I started talking because Amr already found me. So Amr is getting a limited edition Dragster shirt. IM me later, and you can, you can pick out some colors. It's a limited edition Atlas hopping shirt. I'm gonna start this today, and we might not do it every week, but we'll give away some other stuff.
Now we have one problem. How do we find everybody else?
That's right. Who cares? Let's get out of here and party. Woohoo! Right?
I finally heard Drax's voice and ran toward.
Debbie, Amr already
was.
Amr was here, and then Cerberus, and then I think Ricardo's and Ryan were almost. You guys think this is stupid? I think it's funny.
Actually, you know what? This was fun.
Okay, let's Ryan. How about Ryan is hiding, and we find Ryan?
Oh, I have no idea how to go hide. What did you do? Just.
I was basically teleporting as fast as I... Look, there's people still running over there. Are they freaking deaf or what's happening?
Well, I don't think they can hear us at that distance. See, there's a downside to this.
Yeah, that's right. If you go too far away...
I had to get pretty close before I could hear.
Yeah, I couldn't. I sort of gave up looking because I wasn't sure if you'd been found. I thought you probably had.
Really need to use a chat.
Yeah, chat is not limited to the range.
But the key is you can... you just have to teleport like crazy, and I was just trying to go as far as I could away. Actually, you know what? Let me try to put on the headset. I still have problems. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
My headset is my microphone is broken a little bit, so okay, cool. Okay. Ryan, you want to hide?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna pass for today.
Oh my god.
Feedback.
Urban Maji is here too. Hello, and I just want to make sure that I say hi to everyone. Urban, thanks for coming. That's awesome. Okay, Armor 1. So, Debbie, the terrain is the texture of the terrain, is that already
That's all part of Sansar. I didn't do anything except lay it down and terraform it. Just like those of you who terraform in SL, it's
How do you
basically
terraform
the same
in
thing,
Sansar?
except that the tools are way cooler and you can do more with it. The way you do it is whenever you go in to edit your experience, just click on the land, and you'll get a toolbar at the top that has all kinds of functions. You have to select it whenever you go in and create your experience. Like this one is called the Arctic template. So you go in and you pick Arctic, and that's going to lay down snow. There are 4 different types of terrain that you can lay down.
Yeah, it's very similar to how Unity does its terraforming.
Wow. Okay, if nobody wants to play my silly games, then I think we should go to Theonine. But we lost Theonine. Did we lose her? Oh my god.
He's still in the chat.
Okay.
And a friends list.
Let's yell for him. I'm gonna teleport around. In 3 minutes we'll meet at Theonine's Valencia. Theonine, hello. Theonine. Uh-oh. Theonine. He's gone. He's a goner.
Yeah, I see him. Look.
Oh, wait. You see him? Wait. Yeah. No running. I can't run. There he is.
You can teleport.
Where's the Apple Man? Apple Man. Oh, Apple Man. We lost you. But you're back. Apple Man is back. This is really cool. Oh god, I gotta tell Debbie not to take this thing offline when the winter is gone. Ekne, where are you? You're in Europe too, right?
Yes.
Poland?
Yes.
Oh. I have been to Poland last year in Klutzburg. It's a small little town where my mother was actually born. Do you have...
Oh, he's gone.
Theonine, he's gone.
Yeah, let's go to his place.
Okay, let's go to his place. Valencia, and we're gonna look at it through the atlas. You can look...
Yes, I know.
Okay. I want to see how fast I can find it by scrolling through here, because I want to get a sense of how this can be improved.
Just use the search.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm doing it in VR. I'm kind of testing, because then you have to scroll through.
Yes.
Okay, Ekne, I'll see you over there. I hope the others know that we're already going. May have to go back. Hey, everybody's already here.
Welcome to the party.
You're way too slow.
I am too
We're
slow.
not very good at following instructions. Haven't you figured that out yet?
Yes. Exactly. And you are the ringleader of this. And here we have...
Me?
Yes. You have to sit in the back row. This cannot stand.
Notice that Radioactive Rosca and I are twins?
Yeah, that's so awesome.
He bought my very first t-shirt, the one that I had that was not free, the parrot one, and then I was so happy I made him one in his design that he wanted, and then he bought that one too.
That is absolutely fantastic, and this is how it all starts. That's wonderful. Your parrot shirt is awesome. By the way, if people are not part of the 114 Harvest group on Facebook, Ryan is posting there all the time, and there's a lot of info there. Now here Theonine has hidden some pies somewhere, I'm told. Theonine is the Apple Man, and he has provided some pies for our pleasure. Where are the pies?
Count the pies.
Uh-oh. Oh! Conveniently placed pies. So here we have a pie. And Theonine and I were chatting earlier, and we had the idea also to add some interactivity here. I asked Theonine if he can please make his whole city like 10 times larger and like kind of like a labyrinth. And he said, how much time do I have? And I said 30 minutes. And he said, are you crazy, Drex? And I said, yes. And then he said, let's make some pies. And so now what we can do, we can throw these pies at each other. Or we can throw them at Daisy. And we can kill the gator.
Yummos. I don't mind the pie. Very nice. Hope it's fish pie.
It is fish pie.
Or you're trying to feed
Ooh,
her.
yummy.
We're trying to feed Daisy.
It's a shame
Yum,
it's
yum.
not a,
And somebody.
it's not a green pie, otherwise it will do
Ah! Can we put the pies on top of these buildings? Do these buildings have collision hulls?
Yes, I will up there.
Oh, okay. Let's place. Really? Can you go on top of the building? I'm gonna take a pie and put it on top of the building.
I'm already on top.
Where are you?
Here, and careful, I'm armed.
Wait, I can't see you. There he is.
Down.
Okay, Ricardo. Say.
Oh, I dropped my pie.
Oh my God, is Daisy up there?
No, I'm behind you.
Somebody's up there.
Yes, I were up there.
Yeah,
but I dropped down.
I'm gonna kick you down. Oh, that doesn't work.
I'm dropping the pie.
Wait. I'm positioning the camera. Okay. Now drop it. Can we bring some more pies up here?
Okay, I've got a pie.
Oh, here's
We'll try
Daisy.
and,
Okay, wait.
Drop it.
Wait, let me position the camera here. Okay, drop it on this woman that walks over there. No, drop it. Here's Theanine. Can we drop it directly on him? Oh shit!
Sure.
Oh, I
I
fell
pushed
down.
Drax off the building.
Did somebody push me off?
No, that building is dangerous.
Maybe it was me.
Oh crap.
I didn't know I could push somebody off.
Okay.
I threw my pie anyway.
Ah! I'm gonna try to get back up there. I want to get on the highest building there.
I have not tried it, but I think it can work.
I think we need to go on the red one first. Ah, you went on the.
Now I need more pie.
Of course, the whole pie venture was, of course, in the desperate attempt to add some trolling aspects to this broadcast, in order, because that's how you get the kids in and all that. So that was actually my original concept. I don't know.
I think I might have eaten all the pie.
What?
I think I might have eaten all the pie.
Oh, there is somebody up there. Okay.
Yeah, you can go up. I
What?
can go higher.
Where are you? On the blue one?
What's the highest one? That one.
Yellow? Or kind of orange?
I cannot get on this one.
Oh, this is interesting.
Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to get higher. We're trying to get really high up. Did you ask Theanine how he made this?
He uses Blender, he says.
This is such a wonderful aesthetic. I mean, it's almost like Theanine is an actual artist.
Yes, I love this. This is so well done.
I'm not going to say like other people are construction workers and Theanine is an artist, because I think a construction worker can also be an artist. But I'm saying Theanine's aesthetic is very refreshing. There is a little bit of a little bit too much of dystopian sci-fi in virtual worlds.
We're not in VR. It's hard to get up.
I really like the concave of like the ceiling. Like if you look upward, like you can see how like everything's been placed almost perfectly, so you look like you're surrounded by these giant buildings.
Yeah, totally. Thea9, we're gonna shoot a music video here. That's gonna be the main thing. But you have to make this bigger, Thea9. You can just duplicate it. And what should Thea9 add here? Shouldn't he add some vehicles?
I don't know if we can add vehicles yet. I mean, that'd be cool.
A roller coaster.
Urban, have you been to Hover Park that what Galen made? I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it needs a little bit of a adjustment. Sometimes it's a little bit too fast and too difficult, but yeah, it could be done.
That is your challenge now, Theanine.
Theanine, you hear us? Oh, I don't know what Theanine texts. Actually, my wish for 2018, really big wish, Linen Lab, if you're listening, is Snow still with us? Please, you gotta add text chat. You gotta add optional text chat bubbles over people's heads. And I don't care what you... Yes.
Then I want to turn it off.
Ricardo's, I'm talking about optional. Of course you'll be able to turn it off. But listen, right now we have more than half is not in VR. But I'm in VR and people have used text as a very... Yeah, but people want to communicate with text. There is a lot of people who don't want to use voice, and it's their right to not use it, but they still have to be heard in the conversation. How would
well, it's hard to use text when you live with other people or a small apartment or other people are playing other video games and stuff. It's a real pain.
Or it's late at night. You can't necessarily talk.
I'm not against chat in VR, but not as a bubble.
No, you can have a bubble or a side-scrolling.
And then can read the chat.
Well, I think if virtual worlds want to be inclusive, and they want to really, really fulfill that kind of claim that they have, which is that kind of inclusivity, they need to add text chat. Text chat is very important to people for many, many reasons.
Yes.
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but you have people down on the floor that can't get up here and they can't hear what you're saying.
We don't care.
So maybe go down and so we're inclusive here.
Oh, now you're talking oh, that's mean. Listen, I want to be...
Virtual suicide.
Falling off the building. Oh my
I got up there and asked them to come back down so we could...
Sorry guys. I was trying to do something rude and troll-like in order to increase the ratings because...
You did good, Debbie.
Ryan, listen.
So basically Drax was just being himself.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Strawberry. VR chat is eating our lunch with the trolling angle, so we gotta be rude. We gotta be dismissive. We gotta be.
No, we don't.
No, the reason I like
here.
We have to fight.
Hanging out. Listen, guys, the reason I like hanging out in Sansar is because it's a more mature and talented environment here compared to others. So definitely do not want the trolls.
I'm gonna hug you and kiss you because that is actually true. Of course, I was very sarcastic, and you know what? And that's actually wonderful that we have that. And oops, somebody just threw a pie.
I just feel like there's so much negativity, especially, I mean, I don't really socialize in SL anymore because there's just, everybody is always like, oh, this is going to end and that's horrible and whatever. And here I feel like a majority of the people that are in Sansar and they're trying it out, even if it doesn't succeed or whatever, it's fun for now. I'm learning a lot from you guys, listening to you guys. So I like this environment. I don't want to be trolled.
Well, having just been attacked mercilessly over at SL Universe for daring to criticize the criticizers, it's like, holy cow, it's like...
Whoa, that was a good throw. Sorry, I'm interrupted.
I feel like I kicked the hornet's nest there.
Very good.
I just I'm just starting to ignore the people that are so like, oh, this is so wrong. Like, it's like, okay, you don't like it. Nobody's telling you to log in. Don't do it. Don't watch the videos. That's it,
I know what strawberry means if you read the forum in Second Life. It's all 99.9% negative.
Yes, it is.
Listen, folks.
And it's people who aren't even coming over here. They've come over one time at the very beginning. They haven't been back, and they can't find anything nice to say. So they're just constantly, well, I'm going to hush. It's just not a good day.
I don't have a lot of stuff to do here either. I'm just a spectator. I don't create stuff. I just like hanging out with you guys. So just keep it mature because I like that.
Mature. Let's not open that can of worms. Sorry, my humor is really unbearable. Yes?
And I'm guilty maybe on that myself too.
Yes, you are, Ricardo.
People expect you buy a box of Lego bricks, you put it together and it works.
Ah. Can people still hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry.
With sensor, I see it more. You get most bricks, separate bricks, and build something.
Very good point. And what Strawberry said, let's wrap this here and go to the next place. Thea9, you know the drill. You need to create vehicles, and you need to duplicate the city. You have to make it 10 times as big, and then rent out the houses. But what Strawberry said, also in the context of VR chat, I think this is a really good point. And I hope that if Linden Lab is listening to this broadcast, Linden Lab, listen closely to your user base. Please listen to that. If I completely understand that the executives at Linden Lab are looking at this publicity of VRChat and they're going like, oh my God, look at this concurrency. Wow, Ekne is throwing these pies really well. But please, Linden Lab, you're in this for the long haul. You play the long game, and don't. I'm sure they're not planning on that, but it may be enticing to kind of cater to a certain crowd just because of the numbers game, and then you really don't want that crowd. And I'm not saying that everybody in VRChat is a troll. I'm just basing this on anecdotal evidence and what you guys are saying. But if in fact that the main reason why there is such a high concurrency and publicity is because of that part of the 13-year-old demographic, Linden Lab needs to think about if they really want that 13-year-old demographic, or if they maybe should go after us.
I don't think you want trolling. I think you want sort of games, things like Prim Charades or just some of the more fun things that you find in Second Life. Not trolling as such. Just a bit of fun.
There's two aspects of it that you need to keep in mind. There's the player aspect of it and the developer aspect of it. I'm more interested in the coders and the developers and the stuff that are working on the game. So who cares about the 13-year-olds?
Exactly.
The Labs coders or people that are doing scripting?
No, the actual coders.
Let me say, because I have a 14-year-old son who is great. He's very intelligent, very sensitive, and a great guy. Not every 13, 14-year-old, I didn't mean to say that they're all into trolling. That was, of course, painting with a broad brush. But to Amber's point, the big opportunity of a virtual world, and that was proven with Second Life, is that it can do more than cement that dichotomy of consumers versus the creators. Second Life is revolutionary in that it helped people to discover that they can be at the table. And what Daisy was just saying, for example, Prim Charades is such an awesome, fun game in Second Life. If we had a set of prims, and we're going to go to Ambard right now, if you had a set of building blocks, we could start playing a Prim Charades type game. Can you briefly explain what Prim Charades is, Daisy? Does everybody know what it is?
But you wouldn't be able to do that, Drax, because you can't res here like you can in Second Life. You can't move things around. You have to do it in the edit experience mode.
I think with scripts you can res.
I'm not saying right. Actually, you can. It's around. I'm not saying when it's coming, but it's on the roadmap, and it's a matter of time when that capability that things can be rest is coming. So this is not. Yeah.
But it won't be in a group like this, though. It has to be. They've said it will only happen in the edit experience mode. You won't be able to just do it in the middle, like in the middle of a group of people like we have here.
Yeah, but that can. Somebody's talking over here.
Dynamic objects.
Right. Can't you script stuff to appear? I mean,
I think you can.
Galen is doing that with his hover platforms.
When dynamics get better, you can just have like a glorified Lego set.
Exactly. And that's my point. Like, if you had that, then you could play something like Prim Charades, where there's one guy building something, everybody has to guess what he's building.
Except for right now being able to actually place anything, or for what I can tell, any time in the near future, placing anything easily is a real problem, even for VR people who have a hell of a lot more control than those of us in desktop. And if we can't actually stack things together very easily, it's not going to work so well.
But something simple like detect a click, we still not have, and that's a shame.
Yeah, but then you work with what you have. You know, there's the guy who Jack the Ripper made that Minecraft type of ripoff. You can stack stuff on top of it. I can stack the not your cans of worms, because there's worms coming out, but I can stack the cans of Ria's paint. So if you have even an existing, you know, I'm trying to be. I see what you're saying, but I think the point here is and what excited me always about Second Life is that you always have limitations, and you work within those limitations. That doesn't mean you can't run your head against the wall and be frustrated about the limitations, but what is really cool is
Drex, I don't mean that we won't be able to play games, but we need to stop thinking about how we do it in SL, because it's going to be different here. We'll find games and we'll be able to create games that will be probably more fun than we could in SL, but it'll be just a different way, is all I'm saying.
Oh, does everybody here watch Saturday Night Live? It's not SL. Y'all keep talking about that stuff. Oh, I'm just kidding.
That was a good one. Let's go to Ambart's place. I don't disagree with you at all, Debbie, and I'm the last person who wants to recreate Second Life in a different form. But Prim Charades is not a Second Life specific game. This is a game that's fun in the physical world. So stuff like that, those are basic games, or Uno, right? Or Ria made the Mensch ärgere dich, that German board game, in the basement. It's totally playable. And yeah, it's a little cumbersome with the controllers, but it's doable, and the controls are going to get better. So I'm not saying this because I want to replicate what people do in SL. I'm just saying that basic games that for centuries in human history have shown that they're just fun in a communal setting, you know, or hide and go seek and shit like that. Sorry, my language.
Yeah, from my perspective,
there you go.
Not being an SL guy, and I look at it, and one of the frustrations I have with Sansar is how I'm a programmer, and I'm used to UE4, and so I'm frustrated by not having it more open, so you can actually create those sort of things I could create elsewhere I can't create here. And I don't know why that's the case, and that's why when I complain about the heritage, I just worry that they're not, you know, they're not going to open it up enough to be able to, for creative people that are actually, you know, help extend the platform by doing development, don't really have a chance to.
I think though that is precisely their strategy, actually, especially vis-a-vis Second Life, because in Second Life you can do everything in the world, and here now they're choosing to let people primarily do stuff outside, and then kind of assemble it in world.
Drax?
So, yeah, we gotta go. I know.
Are we headed to Amber Castle?
Yes.
Except they keep breaking the scripts.
Amber Castle. Okay.
So I've put the link in the description in the chat.
Seraphine, you have a cool outfit too. I'm getting.
Oh, it was a test from MD. Trying to work with texturing. It's a fail.
It's good. No, it's not.
It's got a lot of issues that I've got to figure out.
I think you and Metu are Mr. and Mrs. Sansar. Let me take a picture.
I can't wait till they give us another update on MD. That'll be make it a little better for bringing the textures that we're expecting here in Sansar, the texturing and the PBR work that we've already gotten used to having the ability to have.
You can do that in Blender. You can do that in other software. You don't have to.
Yeah, but you can't bring it back in to MD and go through the real easy import. You can't. The UVs do not work. They
Why do you
fail.
have to use MD?
Because that's where it auto rigs, and that's where we get the classics.
You can rig in something else.
Yeah, I don't really like rigging. I only rig when I absolutely have to, which is why I use MD for this. That, and I can use MD to bring it directly over pretty much, and I have the ability to, oh, this isn't quite fitting or it's clipping on the avatar. Well, let me simulate it. Oh, there, it fixed it. And that's not something you...
That was rude. Messiah-san cannot hear us. Okay. So if you're just tuning into...
Nice, Debbie.
Oh.
I'm glad to see you wearing it.
Debbie is...
I'm enjoying it.
Outfit.
I made that dress that Debbie's wearing right now.
That's what you made?
Yep.
Oh my god, look at this, Ryan. Oh my god. That's good.
Thank you.
I'm a lot of fan. I love the hemline on it.
What do you have in your hand there, Debbie?
It's a can of worms.
You have a can of worms.
Oh my god, that is so funny. You made a can of worms.
Ryan, you need to blog about this can of worms because everybody's talking about it.
Do I?
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody. They're talking about the can of worms in VR chat. They're talking about it in high fidelity. And only here can you buy it for 10 cents or dollars. It's really, it's a steal. It's unbelievable.
What is this about? A can of worms?
The
I'm
can
lost.
of worms. Debbie is holding a can of worms. You can. I show you at Harvest. I have a bunch of can of worms there too. She's holding it in her hand. It's a Dragster can of worms that can be. It's actually already open.
Dragster asked me to make a can of worms, so I made a can of worms last night.
Okay.
It's got his picture on the can.
A very fitting symbol.
I think we need.
This price is bad.
I thought very strongly that we need visual cues. Yeah, we need visual cues. So, where's Ambar? Tell us a little bit about this. Here he is.
Right here. Well, this is a heavily modified landscape with a landscape editor. I took an original one, deleted it, started with a flat world, and built everything up. It's a combination of purchased models and my own stuff. Inside the castle, there's actually some modular buildings, kind of an example of how you can just use pieces and squares and stuff to create a whole house.
This is really cool. This reminds me of a castle I had as a kid. A kind of a. It was not Lego. It was it wasn't a ripoff, but it was Lego-like. So this can be assembled.
Yeah, you can buy the bigger pieces, or you can. There's a lot of free stuff, and you can assemble the stuff together. Now, this house on the right with the lighter blue timbers and stuff, that's all just pieces. You can make those, and then, you can go inside. There's stairs. You can make it 100 stories tall if you want to.
Wow.
Did you make the stone texture yourself?
How is your VR frame rate, Rex?
Oh, Ricardo, sorry, I am actually in desktop. Let me check here.
Good, Sheila. It's for me almost not doable here in VR.
Ricardo, can you hear me?
All these house modules.
I can hear you.
Okay, just checking with my mic.
That's awesome.
Oh, my frame rate. It's a bit like on Harvest, but then one step more.
It's a little Harvest-like, yeah.
It's a great way to learn how to use the.
And it's at least not me.
Ricardo's,
by doing that,
the funny thing is now, like, we're gonna say like it's Harvest-like, which means it's bad. That's not a good thing.
Harvest-like. What is that?
No.
For me, Argentina.
No, Amber, that was because Ricardo was asking the frame rates in VR are bad, and Harvest is known as a very heavy experience. which is not very optimal.
Too. It's pretty. Yeah, mine's pretty heavy too.
Yours is winning for new.
Now this house over here, the house that's all stone. Now this is also a modular house too. You can either buy the whole houses or you can download the pieces for free.
Wow, this is so cool. This is really cool, Amber. This is exactly what I was thinking, and then you think like somebody needs to make this, so to get people.
Yeah, you can get all these pieces for free.
How many individual pieces make up this one
Here
house?
It's better.
This one house, each wall is a separate piece. Like one wall has one window, one wall has a window and a door, one wall is a solid wall. Staircase is a solid staircase. Floor is separate. It's all modular.
Now, and Amber, you were saying earlier. Now this has this medieval aesthetic. You're also now already have something on the marketplace with a different look. With a
I'm already starting to. I'm getting ready to start uploading some more cartoony stuff. I just uploaded some like landscape, some trees and a fence and stuff, and I'll add some modular house pieces that kind of match.
Do you add a black roughness map now? I think it's black. Do you add a roughness map to your builds?
White roughness.
I haven't fixed this one. Yeah, I haven't fixed this one since the last update. I need to go in and fix them.
But you have to tell us, say, if you not know that, you need to add a roughness map on new things.
Right, and I found that I use a 4 pixel by 4 pixel invisible ping image. And that fixes the shine, takes the shine away.
I'm stuck with 256 pixels for now. Oh, this is nice.
Do you think you're going to be adding maps anytime soon to these?
Yes, you can add it in the editor.
Is this Maxwell's ship?
Yeah.
Wow. My God.
After a long trip.
We should mention that Maxwell is. I hope that he's doing well. I mean, he's trying to get a hold of me on Skype, but we live in different time zones.
Yeah. So I've also been downloading a lot of the models on the store. I've found that some people, I think, are they just throw in models in the store, and like this big giant manor house, the hotel.
Which one?
It's great. The big hotel here is one of the most expensive things you can buy, and it's like you can't really walk up the stairs. I got to put teleports at the bottom of the stairs. It's not really made specifically for Sansar. I'm trying to make sure that all my models are specifically for Sansar, and everybody can work.
I do it the opposite. If I design something for Second Life, I build it first the Sansar way. And then make it.
I recognize this little piece here.
Right.
Oh, this is an original Anu.
Yeah.
Anu original.
That Anu's fountain looks fantastic in here.
It is very lethal here. Look at this spire up here. You're gonna kill yourself.
Don't sit on that.
So wait, you were saying the hotel you picked, that's something that they sell on the marketplace?
Yeah, they sell this on the marketplace. And, I was less than happy once I got it in here.
Yeah.
Because if you scale it too big, you can't walk up the stairs. You scale it too small, and you can't squeeze up the stairs. So you really have to put teleports to teleport from one floor to the next floor.
That's why my approach when I made buildings is I made the stairs available for free and scalable to a factor of 0.5 or something.
And that's exactly what I've done with some of my models. I have a tower with a staircase and all that stuff, and they work seamlessly in Sansar.
Whoa, there's some substantial lag here now. Yeah, I want to see more of actual Umbrid's buildings, but do you guys have any ideas how to curate stuff on the marketplace, or should they? I'm not sure how they actually police that, or if they do anything.
I think you can flag things.
Just like an SL, huh?
And for stairs, I simply use a ramp because I think that's best with VR.
Yeah, that's true. You get stuck otherwise.
It saves a few faces for the collision hole. Oh, that. So Trex is hiding again somewhere.
Yeah.
Show you guys
Can you
really
find
good models? The best models are outside of the castle. If we go back to the starting point. Uh-oh, this way, my bad.
You don't even know your own starting point.
I've never seen so many people in here before. Yeah, just head back to the starting point, and then I'll show you some of the really great buildings that you can build.
Hi, Safia. Very cool outfit. I should mention also, I like to acknowledge everyone and don't gloss over people. This is pretty cool, too. Yeah, so this modular system. Daisy, don't run away from me. But you understand what I was saying, right? Like, I mean, the Prim Charades is a great example of something that was brought into Second Life. It's not an original Second Life
yeah,
thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
but,
well, Charades has been around forever, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it creates... those types of straightforward games are so awesome and create fun and community, and...
Yeah.
You can build that now. I think I'm not sure if Debbie understood what I was saying. You could do something like that now with a limited number of. I mean,
possibly. Yeah, there's not really the ability to build yet, is there?
Well, even if you can't res, even if you couldn't res, you could create an experience that has a finite number of blocks, let's say, okay?
Yeah, so, you could probably do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. Maybe if you did a sort of simpler version of the game or something, I don't know.
You can always do something. It is very depressing for me as a German to hear an American say that's not possible, because the Americans are always the ones that say everything is possible, which is awesome as a general sort of philosophy, and the Germans are the ones that say, we have to study this for 3 years, and then we have to write a paper on it, and then we have to think about it, and then we may do something.
Yeah, no, I'm sure something could be sorted out.
You know
along
what?
The Prim Charades line, I reckon.
I'm just going to create an experience where I'm going to just put 50 blocks in there.
Yeah.
You know, 50 blocks.
And then no one will be able to get in because the physics is too extreme.
Okay, well, okay.
If you put 50 movable physics blocks in there.
God damn it, you're right. Then it's worse than Harvest.
Yeah.
Ricardos, come here. I just had an idea and Daisy shut it down. Can't I just put like 50 blocks in an experience and then I have a finite number of prims, if you will, to kind of stack them up and play around? Or is that going to kill the experience if I have like 50 physical blocks? Anybody know?
50 dynamic blocks?
Yeah? That too much?
I'm not sure.
I have found that dynamic objects will crash people's experience from time to time.
It did. I'm not sure if this version still do it.
Yeah, it depends on how many you're moving at once.
Well, I have activated my dynamic beach balls again because they crashed people, but I have not seen it happen with this version, but I'm not tried it.
It's when you resize the dynamic objects. If you bump it in, make it dynamic, and then resize it, that really screws with it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me earlier.
I read somewhere it was something to do with the number of polys, so maybe if it was just a simple block.
But that's what I was just going to export. Sorry, Ricardo.
Some hint on the dynamic objects. If you click in the standard settings, the dynamic object, you can adjust the size they are separate for the collision. I have seen something like you with a beach ball that I wanted to add a new shape, so there's something not linked.
Okay, my New Year's resolution is that we are going to have 3 Atlas hopping shows. One is for just looking at things, and then there's the Ricardo's edition, which is the one where we discuss the nitty-gritty detail, that which is very good. I'm not making fun of you, Ricardo's, at all. I'm just realizing that as the moderator, Strawberry, we have to think about our audience. We have to create niches within the niche.
Mm-hmm.
We have to. So what were you guys looking at here, Umbert? What is the highlight here? Because we came too late.
Oh, I was just showing off what you can do with the pieces, the modular pieces, to build these structures. The one here on your left is actually fully furnished. Gives you a good idea of how you can make your own homes and decorate them the way you want to.
Wow, big ship up here.
Wow, this is nice. This is pretty cool. Could these utensils and all that, could that be dynamic? Probably not. That would kill it too.
You could make them dynamic.
I have to count what we have in Harvest, what the cutoff is, because I actually deleted a few dynamic beer bottles, and now it's a little bit better. Ah, Jasmine, hello.
Hey, I was having technical difficulties today. My sound was not wanting to work, and then I realized I cut it off like a goofball. So that would explain that.
Jasmine, let me ask you, because you're coming late. Have you heard of VR chat at all? Are you aware what VR chat is?
Yes, I went there once.
And you're in touch with millennials, I heard. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I have a few spawn. I have a few spawn that fall in that demographic. Yes.
Millennials.
Are the millennials into VR chat? Is that your sense, or do you know why they are, or why anybody would prefer VR chat over this wonderful universe hanging with us old geezers?
Honestly, I didn't like VR chat. I
Why?
just thought it was just trolly, and everyone was kind of rude, and it was very unattractive.
It gets funny. Everybody is saying the same.
Okay, YouTube folks, I didn't pay these people to say the same thing, but they did. Okay, we have a consensus.
I'm sorry. I feel like a snot, but I literally thought it was not
don't feel sorry.
attractive.
Don't
I
feel
mean,
sorry.
I just was like, ew.
Look, this is the cream of the crop of the... we are the virtual world intelligentsia here, let's face it, let's be real. That's who we are, and we should be proud of this. Strawberry, anything?
I mean, I thought
Okay, guys, you want to see one more cool thing before we leave?
Oh, yeah.
One more cool little thing. We're close to it. It's a little cave right over here. And this is manipulating the editor, to get your terrains to do what you want your terrains to do. And of course, this is just
all these people running. Jasmine, you finish your thought real quick. I hate to be. Nobody means to be rude. These outings are sometimes very chaotic, but you please finish your thought.
I thought it had some neat aspects in that you can see your avatar and things like that. That I thought was neat, but it seemed like there was a whole different kind of feel to it. It felt less friendly and more like just a place for bullying or something. That was my take on it. I felt like I got there, and sometimes I like to be different things, not just people, and I decided to be this like demon character, and within like 30 minutes, I had an alien character trying to do things that were inappropriate to my demon character, and I was like, okay, this is just not comfortable anymore.
Let me ask you: Did they know that you were a woman? Did you talk?
Because that was part of the fun for me.
Okay.
Was that I wanted to be in this big mean demon character and then have a female voice. I just thought it was hysterical.
No, but this is interesting. You're really the fifth person today that says that you got this bullying vibe. I mean, people keep saying this, and then I have other friends who are like, no, this is great, and I was in there. Gunter interviewed me like a couple of years ago. It was, but also what you were saying about the body. This is interesting. I mean, this is something that I had kids over here for Christmas, and I showed them Harvest a little bit, and they said, "Oh, I don't see myself." They were looking for their bodies, And I think that's a very natural thing when you're in the headset. And this seems to be a big technical challenge, though. I mean, I can't evaluate that, but Linden Lab keeps kind of dancing around that, or outright saying they're not really pursuing this right now.
Right. No, I mean that's the only thing that I got that was positive was the fact I could do the mirror thing. I could look down and see my shoes. That was kind of cool. Although I'm not even wearing shoes today here, but I thought that was cool. But like, I don't know. I mean, I just like the fact that when you come here, you feel like you're pretty well accepted. People keep things, more friendly, more collaborative. I really like the
looking for Drax. Where'd he go? Oh,
sorry, Ambart. We got to do this again. I was finishing this with Jasmine. She's making a very important point. The theme today is whatever the theme is. The theme is VR chat is a cesspool of bullies. Is I think the theme of today's show. Wow, I'm gonna get into trouble.
I don't like to say mean things.
I'm not putting. You didn't say that. I said.
But like literally, I literally was like, okay, I'm done. Just get me out of here. I feel like I need a shower now.
But we're giving them a lot of free advertisement.
That depends. If people are watching this on YouTube and they feel like that, then they can check us out. Or you're right. I mean, they may feel like, who are these arrogant snobs? Like they sound like my parents. I never want to go to Sansar. Could be a problem. Yeah, that's true.
No, I mean, there's like so many different places, and everybody has to find their tribe. And this is more my tribe, and that's fine. And if that's your tribe, I mean, some people enjoy that. You go to sandboxes on Second Life, and people, that's the whole point of a sandbox. Sometimes is people have fun trolling, and maybe you like to do that. Maybe we have a troll sim here. I don't know.
Well, you'll never find this level of adult conversation over there.
It's almost time for me to go.
Okay, Ricardo's always awesome to have you. Amber, do you mind teleporting where you were and showing me this? I want to see it too.
The cave.
Dragster, I'm going to go back to bed.
Oh,
so
where are you, Debbie?
Oh no! Are you sick?
Debbie.
I had the flu.
Oh no!
Okay,
I'm
Debbie.
Sorry to hear that.
I hope you feel better.
Get some rest.
Wait.
See you later, Debbie.
Debbie is, despite her flu, made a can of worms. And you can
help. Impressive.
You can help Debbie feel better if you go to the marketplace. See, this is how good a salesman I am. I should work on the boardwalk. You go to the marketplace right now, except for Ricardo's because they don't take PayPal, and pick up a Dragster branded can of worms, where 100% of the proceeds go to the Debbie Bakersville Wellness Fund. Okay? Just type in can of worms in the Sansar marketplace, and there it is. So let's look at this cave that people keep talking about.
And I go charge my controls. Bye, Debbie. I'm going off too.
Are you going, Ricardo?
Ricardo's. Bye.
Bye, Ricardo's. Bye.
Bye.
Let's go to this cave that everybody in VR chat is talking about.
Well, this is just the cave in this scene. And Cynthia caves are the really impressive ones.
I like caves.
Yeah, but this is a good example of how you can manipulate your terrain.
I like caves.
Gator.
Nice cave.
A gator in a cave.
Yeah. There's some water out here as well. I feel quite at home.
Anu looks very different. I'm not sure if this is maybe against the terms of service. This is
yeah, terms of
Tracks.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just playing one.
You should see how he runs around in Second Life. This is nothing.
Yeah, this is nothing.
This is so conservative. Actually, you have no idea.
I'm not gonna show it now because people are watching, but there were some things made in the previous days that some people
I knew a freak.
I'm not going back to Second Life, that cesspool. I'm gonna go straight to VR chat where people are nice. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Drax.
Strawberry, you know me. If I come up with a joke, I'm gonna milk it until the cows come home. But if the cows are home, oh god, I gotta shut up. I think the
I like both places. I like Second Life and Sansar. I think they have both their place.
Really? I think Second Life needs to die.
Oh my golly!
Drax, don't even say that. He's doing this on purpose.
That's a can of worms.
See?
No.
That's a can of worms.
Oh my god.
Until we can take a boat out on water here, we need to.
Wait,
that's
let
my new,
but
my
you
new
don't.
fun.
You don't understand. My little group's the only reason I learned. They funded me learning. You can't say die.
Wait.
They won't die.
Wait, I'm looking at my ratings.
Drax does not want Second Life to die. He's doing that on purpose.
Oh my god, Strawberry, you can't believe this. I said Second Life must die, and my viewers just jumped like 50. Oh my god, and my rating, look at my rating. Okay.
Basically, that's the thing. You say crazy crap, people start listening.
No, I mean...
You should use 140 characters.
That's true.
Seriously, Drax, every time I post about Sansar, I have to reply to comments. Is SL dying? Like, no, SL is not dying. SL is not going anywhere. Please don't say that, you know?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I mean, Strawberry, I mean, we talk about this often, but seriously, this is actually an interesting phenomenon, and that's really not new. In Second Life, there is an anxiety, and I don't want to make light of it, because we all love, I mean, I love Second Life so much. I spent enormous amounts of time making the videos. I'm working on a feature now. It's extremely labor intensive, and I love the community. And but the crazy thing really is that there's always been this sky is falling thing in Second Life, and I don't know if it's unique to Second Life.
Right. No, I joined Second Life in 2007, and since the day I joined, I've heard that Second Life is dying. It's going to die any day now. It's been 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I hear the same thing on Lord of the Rings Online. I suspect it's everywhere.
Ah, so Lord of the Rings Online is the same thing.
Yeah.
We're getting Animesh in like 2 months.
There you go.
It's
Second
gonna be huge.
They're making They're making so many updates. That we got Bento and so many other things just in the last year. We're getting Animesh, like Mimiju said, and there's so many other things that are coming. So I mean, people think, oh, they're not working on SL. They're totally working on SL.
People have confirmation bias. And Strawberry, let me ask you: do you remember what the first time when you came in? What was the first thing that people said YSL is dying? Because I remember it was voice back then, and I did a story about voice in late 2007, I think. And people were saying, "Oh, this is going to be the end of Second Life." I distinctly remember that. That was
right. Voice is going to kill Second Life, right?
I remember when the casinos were banned.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that everyone said it was going to end then.
That was a big one, though.
That was what in, I don't know, 2007 or something.
Yep. I did a story on that too.
Banned?
Casinos. Casinos.
Oh my God, Jasmine,
you got after that.
Jasmine,
I'm still an SL baby.
You gotta watch. I did a story on that. I interviewed an Iraq War veteran. It was a tragic story, actually. He lost his casinos, evaporated overnight. He made a good living, and he came in the morning and all his casinos were gone.
Yeah, my first Second Life home was in a casino. I was quite sad when it vanished.
Wait, you lived in a casino?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I lived in a casino. I wasn't an alligator then. No. I was in fact, I was a goth.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's when the alligator complex set in, right?
And yeah, the alligator came a bit later on, yeah.
No, I think, Metu, that's exactly right. I think you said, like, if I'm going to be a goth living in casinos, I'm going to be booted out there. I mean, it's too risky. I'm going to move into a swamp. There's always going to be swamps, I think.
Yeah.
Well, not if somebody drains the swamp. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was that is good. Anu, man, we gotta do comedy. I'm telling you, that's how we can beat VR chat. I mean, the comedic talent that is assembled in this cave, it's beyond.
We need a comedy center.
Yes.
Drax, I was saying earlier, did you notice how the voice changed and it sounds like we're in a cave?
Yeah, that's called audio. I think they call it audio occlusion. I don't know what they're calling it, but that's what I've been.
Interesting.
I've been drumming on this for forever because I come from audio, and with Harvest we experimented extensively with that, with audio materials, with how things sound when you walk, but also the attenuation characteristics of a certain material. Like if you're in a little podcast room, if you talk against the wall, you will hear how muffled it is, how the high frequencies die off very quickly, how there's no reflections because we told the wall to have the absorption characteristics of a carpet, for instance. So this is a major thing in Sansar, and High Fidelity is claiming that they have that too. But last time I was in, I did not see it at that level of excellence, actually. So the realism that is happening here, and Torley is always happy to talk about that because that's something that his team is working on. I think that's super superior in Sansar.
Okay, Drax, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, guys, for coming and checking it all out.
Amber, this is
Thanks
very
for the
cool.
tour.
You've done an amazing job, really.
Yeah, I've got 20 more worlds for us to check out too. No, just kidding.
You gotta do that cartoon thing, and then we'll look at the cartoon world next time. And can you make like a Smurf? Can you make a Smurf type modular thing? I'm gonna buy that.
We'll see.
This is really great. Oh, Ekna is over there. All right, I'm gonna teleport back to Harvest for a post game. If anybody wants to join me for a few minutes in the basement.
I gotta log, but I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna have another episode next week, same time.
Awesome.
Yep. Strawberry, last word. Anything from your watchers on YouTube?
Not much. There was a lot of conversation in the stream today, but most of them were just complaining about Sansar. So, I mean, can't really do anything about it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to wish everybody a really happy New Year. Hope you guys have a blast and safe tomorrow. Stay safe. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
Happy New Year, and we might not see you next week because Linden Lab may be going bankrupt.
Oh my goodness!
Viewership
Shame on you! Shame on you!
It's not true, Dragster. You don't know that Elon Musk is gonna buy it.
Oh my
God!
Awesome.
And you know what,
my
Anu?
goodness.
And then he's gonna rename it. He's gonna rename it VR Chat 2.
Oh my goodness!
Xanax.
Oh, that's a good one. Who said that? That's good.
Bart.
Oh, that is a good one. Oh, shit.
That's pretty funny because it's good for your nerves. You come in, it's good for your nerves.
Okay, guys, I'm logging out. Take care. Be safe tomorrow. See you guys next week, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna back to my home. Everybody's welcome. And this actually reminds me, I really think as a metaphor, it would be very cool to have a sort of a vehicle now where I could fly back to my planet. That's what I was thinking. I was really thinking when Sansar was...
Scotty, beam me up.
A TARDIS.
No, I mean,
no,
exactly.
No. You could have a particle animation with Scotty beam me up, like.
Yeah. That would be
Wait,
pretty
we have
cool.
particles?
Well, no, but you can fake it.
I was about to say, I was like, if we have particles, I have a lot of projects to get started on.
That's gonna come.
You can fake particles.
Oh, particles. I'm sorry.
The teleportation.
Jess was like, oh, particles.
I got all excited. I'm sorry. Oh, Christmas again. No.
Oh, but Amr, see, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, if for example, we could, like in Ready Player One or other narratives, there's always a way to travel between the worlds. And it could be teleport. You go into a teleporter and boom, then you come out somewhere else. But, like, walking or taking a spaceship.
I like the spaceship idea.
Yeah.
I really like the spaceship idea. I just and maybe it's because I am a little bit of a Ready Player One junkie, but it's also that it just seems more real because we're going from world to world. How else would you get there but a ship?
Yep.
Yeah, I want a DeLorean.
Yeah, or DeLorean ship.
Some people may not want to have that transition.
Yeah, they may want to go through a portal.
They want to make their own, so.
Yeah, they
or
could
like
make their own.
sliders in the 80s and 90s or
that's
whenever
right.
that was.
That's right, exactly. But it could be optional. But all I'm saying, I think it would be more immersive if we're talking about full immersion. it's better to have that as a visual metaphor than to have this flat screen with the atlas.
I agree. Like you get in a spaceship and then you can go through and you're hitting it on like you're like, I don't know, kind of like a map, but maybe not a map. Maybe it's just No, I like.
Well, you jump into your ship and a virtual display would come up just like when you can flip through.
Pick the world.
Right.
That would be freaking amazing.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how they.
And then you would have a screen, and it would be like Star Trek, and it would have the.
Well, that's exactly how the Oculus. That's exactly how the Oculus. You put that on, and then you have a virtual flip screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That should be implemented. Something like that. Wait, Radioactive is typing. I saw something in Hypergrid, a train station where there were teleports to another Sims, even Hypergrids were. Yeah, totally. That's exactly what I mean. Or you could, like, I'm always talking about a bus stop, right? You let's say you're at a bus stop and the bus comes, you go into the bus, and then somehow there's a panel, and then you type, you press a button, and boom.
Well, you can make your portal any way you want. You can jump into one of my pirate ships out there, and the portal would pop up.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the screen goes black, or the storm comes, and then boom, you're somewhere.
It's just a funner way to switch worlds.
Exactly. The point is here not to confine the specific way you switch the worlds, but to make it immersive so that it's not this YouTube panel like the atlases.
If we can do it to where you can see the animation of whatever you programmed, let's say you program a loop, right? A tunnel, running through a tunnel, a ship going, or whatever the case may be. And instead of seeing the little, you can have like a process bar on top of your animation as an overlay, instead of having with maybe the image of the location that you're heading to, without having to stay at the loading screen. You can watch the actual animation of you going to the place instead of watching the loading screen for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Oh my god, I'm just looking at here. Galen is not with us, but I suppose Galen is watching the live stream because he just sent me a screenshot. He sent me a GIF of 1024 dynamic objects in motion in Sansar. So this, I think, is answering my question of how many dynamic objects I could have with this idea of a simple sort of just building blocks world. You know, I think I'm gonna do that over the holidays.
How many letters in Scrabble? In the game of Scrabble, and I don't think the game itself is copyrighted. Like some of the boards and some of the designs of the boards might be.
I'm looking 100 letter tiles.
I think you're trying to break Sansar, Drax.
No, you gotta look. I'm gonna put this into the chat on YouTube. What Galen was sending me here. Let's gotta bring this down. No, but you're talking Scrabble now, Anu. That's not a bad idea.
Well, I don't know if the board itself, the layout of the board is copyrighted. It shouldn't. I mean, images from different manufacturers, definitely, but the layout itself, you'll have to do a little bit of research. Tiles of letters, that's impossible to copyright, but the board itself, that's the only worry that I have. And you can name it anything you want. I don't know if the name is copyrighted, but just check.
Here we go. I'm checking.
Yeah.
Hasbro and Mattel jointly own the rights to the Scrabble game. Let's see here. But they may only own the name with the in conjunction with the. I'm gonna do some research. I mean, I think this is the type of stuff that we talked earlier about, because I think these types of games, or chess, as we were saying, or Granddaddy was saying, why not do stuff like that? I think there's.
You can have backgammon.
Yeah, a lot of them copyright.
There's actually a chess board. There's a chess scene out there that I went to, and it's impossible to play.
Why?
Because when you pick up the pieces, it's just hard to. They want to fly off, or you bump something, it scrambles everything. It's really tough.
originally Tim Charades was known as Pimtionary, after, you know, the game Pictionary?
Yeah.
Which I think is copyright. So I think that's why they changed it, or one of the main reasons they changed it to call it Tim Charades.
Basic games
because
like,
there was a bit of a problem with the name.
Basic games like chess, backgammon, Go, checkers, those are not copyrighted. Because they use a board and they use pieces, and probably they've been around for ages. So Go, it's the Asian, chess is international, and then backgammon is more like Europe and the Middle East. But it's fairly...
So I actually know how to... I actually develop board games and stuff like that, so I do know quite a bit about the laws and stuff about board games. Honestly, if you change the words of everything, you can even keep most of the similar mechanics. It's legal as long as you just change all the wordage.
Yeah,
as long as you reskin everything and change it.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be that big of a difference. You could totally do Scrabble as long as you called it like Scrabub and like change like the double word score to like, I don't know.
I had to look as well when I was when I started hosting Tiny Wood Squares, because I was a bit bothered that I'd get sued. So yeah, I just looked into it to make sure that I wasn't completely ripping off Hollywood Squares, and you know, and it seems to. I think it's okay. Yeah, at least I hope it was.
Urban, you got to get on the Scrabble thing. Somebody got to make this stuff. I mean, this is awesome.
I have an idea as far as the Scrabble game. So you don't walk into the pieces. You just make the board with raised edges to fit a tile. So when you drop the tile in with the word, then you can walk across the board without having to worry that you're going to kick that tile out.
Wait, describe this again. This sounds like a good idea, because the physics really is kind of a pain. I mean, even like with simple
imagine an ice cube tray. Well, that's your tile.
You have to experiment with the dynamics of the objects to get a perfect combination of mass.
No, but Anu is saying basically the tiles are sinking into a little receptacle.
We could actually do something like Boggle. I don't know if anyone knows that game.
No.
It's exactly like Scrabble, except that it has dice instead of tiles, so you can roll them and you get a different alphabet letter each time.
Here it is.
So but there's only like, I think it's like 8 or 4x4. I think it is the cube.
6x6 it looks like, yeah.
So yeah, so it should require less primitives. That might make it a little bit easier for the engine.
Yep. There you go.
Well, I got a jet, guys. It's been real.
Amber,
we'll see y'all later.
Thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time. It's awesome stuff you're making. I'm gonna head back to Harvest. And Vasai said, what did you say? It took 30 minutes to load. That's insane.
What took 30 minutes to load?
My home base.
Oh.
Vasai, I'm sorry. I personally apologize on behalf of all the Lindens.
That's fine.
I mean, it's...
Goddamn.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
I think it depends upon your bandwidth for download, too.
No, it's Linden's fault.
I have 100 megabits. It's not my bandwidth.
No, I've got good bandwidth and I can't get in.
Really?
That's crazy, though,
Yeah.
because
that's not it. Okay.
Then it's your video card or something.
I have
I don't know what it is. I'm trying to find out.
I have a video on the Harvest Facebook page where I was in Luxembourg in a car with free city Wi-Fi and loaded Harvest in 5 minutes. I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm not doubting what Vasai is saying. It's a big problem. Whatever the problem originates, Linden Lab needs to really investigate this. This is holding people back.
Yeah, maybe they need to maybe make a log thing and say, hey, at this time from this computer with this bandwidth, I had trouble logging.
Yeah.
And then they can compare something,
Good idea.
Something like that.
Streaming?
Anu is always like, can I say something off the record? And I'm like,
oh, dude, I'm familiar with that, because it's like you don't want to say anything but happy, happy, joy, joy, you know?
No, but that's not my brand. My core brand proposition is that of a loudmouth who is okay, here's a story.
Says it like it is.
Here's a true story, real quick little anecdote. I was at Silicon Valley Virtual Reality Conference 2016, I think it was, or 15, I don't remember. But there were 3-4 Lindens, and Altspace was all the rage, and Altspace had a booth there. Linden Lab didn't have a booth, but they had 3-4 Lindens visiting. Was in San Jose, and I look at Altspace, and there's a friend of mine who was at Linden Lab. He works at Altspace, and I just I told him straight out, I think, oh, this is the lamest shit I've ever seen. And I didn't want to offend people because people work very hard on stuff, and so I'm aware that this comes across like I'm this arrogant a-hole. But then I'm sitting at Linden Lab at the lunch table with the Lindens, and I don't know, I just couldn't constrain myself. I was just saying like, oh my God, Altspace, they only have the robot avatar, and then they have the other little humanoid, and all they do is like having celebrities there, and you can like talk to or listen to what they have to say. And so I was complaining and bitching and whining about this, and the Lindens at my table didn't really say anything, but they were looking over my shoulder. Okay, so I'm like, after a while monologuing about Altspace, I'm looking over my shoulder, and at the next table, there were 6 people with Altspace t-shirts, and they were all very sad looking. And they took down my name.
Oh no.
And yeah, from now on I'm not allowed in Altspace anymore. Anyway.
Oh.
I'm going to.
Projects.
Let's go to your place.
I'm going to my place. Where is my place? Oh. Wait, do I see my place under my friends or only in create? It's interesting.
Did you? You should name it MySpace.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not a bad idea. Should we not like recreate MySpace in Sansar? Is that not the goal of virtual reality? Okay, I'm gonna go back. Bye. Oops, now I clicked it. What happens? Wait, I need to. Wait, I'm pasting, and this is the story of.
Oh, cool, there's 2 of me.
Gaming ban.
Oh.
In SL 2007.
Wait, what?
I'm just talking to the YouTube folks. Okay, I'm going to quit, but I wanna address real quick the viewers because Debbie made the wonderful can of worms and Solus made the awesome shirt. So let me get on the camera. Okay. So everybody on YouTube, thank you for watching. And everybody in world, I hope you guys get a little inspiration, and my passion is about encouraging people to make their own stuff, and I think there is enough to get started. Big thank you today to Solus, and we're gonna also put this in the link here in the YouTube stream. Solus made this T-shirt. This T-shirt exists only once, and I own it. But there will be a special T-shirt for Atlas hopping people that will be available very soon. I cannot say when. And then Amr, who won our little game today, will also get a special T-shirt that only exists once. So that, please bear with me. I don't forget these things, but there's a lot of stuff that we're doing, so it might take a few days or a week. Then also, big thank you to Debbie Baskerville, who made the can of worms, and now I can't find them. Somebody threw around the can of worms. Where are they? Does anybody see the can? Oh, here they are. Oh my God, here's like a whiskey bottle. Quality made in Sansar. Don't drink and drive. And here is the can of worms, and it's just laying there. Let me pick one up. So the can of worms can also be picked, but also, I mean, the shirt cannot be bought yet. Special shirt is in the works. But the can of worms, and I'm trying to pick them up with the headset halfway down, which does not work. So let me put the headset down. Here is the can of worms. Thank you, Debbie, who was very sick, but she made it because it's a play on words. And I think this is an addition for everybody who wants to really live in virtual reality. Okay. If you guys want to join me downstairs, and I'm gonna cut the stream. If people want to go in world, come on in. We're gonna go downstairs. Everybody who's watching on the stream, happy New Year. 2018 will be awesome. Second Life is not dying. I am a lot in Second Life. The next Drax Files, the Second Life centric Drax Files, will come out on January 15th. The feature documentary will premiere at the Newport Beach Film Festival in May. There is tons of stuff. I am in Second Life. The podcast will continue. Blah, 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 blee, blue, blah. And new other streaming formats will be developed. And maybe something in the game arena will be developed. Hush. One person in this crowd knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say who. It's all a mystery. Okay. I'll shut up. I'll go inside.
Hi, everyone.
And Vasai, are you leaving us? Are you going
Not
to
yet.
Versailles? Oh, somebody said bye, or somebody threw a can of worms at me. Please join me in the basement for the post game. I can't even walk into my own house. By the way, first lifers keep out. See, nobody noticed that. It's behind the door. Oh, I'm blocking the doorway. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the first lifers keep out sign. That was Ria's idea. Yeah, here's this board game. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but this actually kind of works. It's just this is a German game, urban. I don't know if you know this. This is called Mensch ärgere dich nicht, and you just have to kind of roll the dice. Did I have the dice? Or radio was where you were taking it? Oh,
I know the game.
Is my voice gone?
No, it's okay.
Ah.
No, we hear you.
No, I gotta get this headset fixed. God damn it!
Oh, look what you did.
I'm ruining things.
Yeah, but see, the problem is if you can't sit, this is too low, right? Because the physics are not bad. But if I pick it up,
well, we messed that up.
In order to put it down, it's too low to the ground. That's the problem. Otherwise, it could be totally playable, right?
Yeah, buy yourself a table or something.
I wish there's like a snap feature, so like when we put the pieces back, that they'd snap into place.
No. Oh, you think that should be?
Yeah, that'd make it a little easier for people that don't have VR. I mean, it won't make it perfect, but it'll make it a little easier for people that don't have VR.
Oh, this is kind of what Anu was saying, like what he was saying about the ice cube tray. I mean, if you just make, that's a good idea. That you stack them into a little holder. I gotta think about this because I'm convinced that these type of board games would be super fun to play.
Well, one thing I really want to see, I don't know if anyone's played Mafia or Werewolf. I really want to get that started in Sansar.
Oh, Mafia.
Right, you're not recording anymore, are you?
Arno
What's
with his
this
special
Mafia
request.
thing you were talking
Okay.
about?
Wait, I'll cut the stream because Arno wants to talk about proprietary things. Okay, hold on.
I heard the word mafia and I just got piqued interest.
Okay. Goodbye, folks. I'm gonna cut the stream. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.